All right, today you're going to finish adding your patterns and coloring in your kite. I think it looks really nice if you color in most of your patterns. You can leave some of the color paper showing. We're gonna add some clouds today. So you can either cut out your kite and glue the clouds to the back, or you can leave your kite just on the paper and you can glue your clouds kind of to the side on the paper on the front. So that's an option for you depending on what you want to do. Now I want to show you guys how to cut out two shapes that are the same size or exactly the same shape. You're going to get a white piece of paper that's like a rectangle. You're going to fold it in half. It doesn't have to be exactly in half, but make sure you crease it nicely. And then you're going to take any color crayon and you're going to make these kind of big curved lines touching the edge of the paper. Some can be small, some can be big. Make sure you kind of make your lines touch the edge all the way around. I don't want to see this, that's too small. Okay, you want to make sure it's nice and big. And then with your scissors, you're going to cut. Now cutting curves is a little tricky. You have to go slowly and you kind of turn your scissors. I'm just going to cut that part off since it's right on the edge. I turn my scissors and I kind of turn the paper at the same time. So when I cut, I'm cutting slowly. I want you guys to be really careful with your scissors. We want to make sure that we're safe. I'm going to cut off some of that crayon that I used to draw my cloud. And when I get all the way finished, you notice how I'm kind of cutting off some of these scraps at the same time? That helps me so they're not in my way when I'm cutting my cloud. You guys probably can guess what's going to happen when I'm all finished cutting. I'm going to have two clouds that are the same shape because remember how I folded my paper in half? So now I've got two clouds. They're the same. That's awesome. So I can decide how I want to do that, if I want to go ahead and cut out my kite or if I want to glue them just to the front of my kite. Now at this point, you are going to come to me and I'm going to help you with the string because kites have these little tails that help them with the wind to keep them from blowing the wrong way. So I'm going to poke a little hole in the bottom and I'm going to cut off some string for you and I'm going to help you with this. You're going to cut half of it, cut it in half, and then I'll give you the other half. I'll tie this to the bottom of your string of your kite and then you get to tie on the little bows. So if you've never tied a knot before, this might be a good challenge for you to learn and to practice. If you have, then you just get to have more practice. All right, so I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. So now I have my kite and my little tail. The rest of your string you're going to cut into like 2 or 3 parts. I'm just going to cut this into 2 parts. And I'm going to tie a knot. So I'm going to put that underneath my string. I'm going to make an X with my string, kind of like it's like a circle and an X, and then I'm going to tuck that underneath into the circle and pull it tight. Now I want to make that twice. I want to do that twice. So I'm going to make another X, tuck it under, and pull it tight. So now it's stuck to this string. And I've got one more that I can put. If you have more string, you can maybe make 3. But I'm just going to make 2 for right now. Make an X. And then you have your tail with your kite and the clouds. And again, if you chose to cut out your kite, you'll have it cut out like this. And then you're finished. All the scrap papers, these need to make sure that they get in the trash. Your scissors also need to be safely put away. And you can get another activity.